Hello everybody, welcome to Chester. Yes, we are here live, as you can see, Loughborough taking on Trafford in the Women's Premier Handball League North, and it is going to be a corker for a number of reasons. More on that in a minute. As you can see, Jack Oliphant is back with us for this one. Jack, excited?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a bit of a throwback for me to be here. Chester used to play handball down this end. Never seen Trafford or Loughborough play here, but in fact, I've never seen Trafford play full stop, so I'm excited to see what they've got to offer. Obviously, we've seen Loughborough before, and I'm hoping they bring the same enthusiasm they did and intensity they did last time they played Nottingham.
Yeah, absolutely. We have seen Loughborough this season as well, as you mentioned, against Nottingham. Now, this game has quite a lot riding on it. Now, Loughborough played yesterday. It's quite a busy weekend for them, of course, isn't it? It must take it quite out of them, actually. It must be quite draining, two games in 2 days.
Absolutely. I'm just going to suggest, while we build it up, that we move forward a little bit, because I think we're going to be right in the firing line as they've all changed over on their warm-ups. But you're right, they did play yesterday. That's going to be tiring. It's going to be a bit intense, and there's, as you said, a lot riding on it. So emotionally, you're already sort of quite amped up. The adrenaline's going. You've got to make sure you sustain that.
Now, we say there's something riding on it. There is a lot riding on it today. Of course, the season is drawing to a close. Loughborough played NEM Hawks yesterday. Loughborough won 33-20. Now, what that means is this: if Loughborough win today, they win the league. It's that simple. Lose, they finish third. Win, and they win the league. Can't get any more grandstand finish than that, can it?
It's quite incredible, really, because they started the weekend in third place, and I mean a lot of points behind. I think they had 19 points or something like 16 points compared to Liverpool's 22. So the idea that they could go into Monday, go into work as champions is pretty impressive indeed. But it's what's on stake, it's what's on offer, and it's what we've got to watch today, which I'm all for.
It is going to be an absolute cracker. Now, don't forget the live chat is open at Live Sport now on YouTube as well. There's a link in the body of this broadcast wherever you're watching it. If you want to have your say on this game, please do comment below. We can show them on screen as well. The players do go back and watch the games. The coaches do as well. So please get in touch with us. We like to interact with you. We will read them out. We'll show them on screen. Get involved with us. Please like, comment and share the content as well. We are trying to get the men's and women's Premier Handball League out to as many eyeballs as possible for the good of the game. Right, both teams have actually come off now. They're just going to go through their final briefings. We better get ourselves back to our nice comfy chairs in the commentary, well, our homemade commentary box over there anyway. So first half, Loughborough versus Trafford is coming up. We're going to make our way to the commentary box. Enjoy. Yeah, so here we are, the players now just getting themselves a final bit of warming up now before we get ourselves underway. We are, what, 7 minutes or so away from the throw off here. It is going to be an absolute cracker. Now, Jack, we've got people tuning in for the first time who've never really watched handball before. Just give us a very brief and simplistic view of what the rules are and how it works.
Oh, how long have you got? It's a very intense game.
You've got about 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's a
max.
very intense game. 7 versus 7. You've got 1 goalkeeper, 6 out-court players. You've got rolling substitutions, so you can constantly be on the change in terms of subs. So if anybody is blowing, anybody is feeling a bit tired, you can instantly get them off. You can even have defensive specialists and things like that. It's a really sort of fast game. There's a little bit of a hybrid, in my opinion, actually, the best way to describe it, if anybody out there has watched water polo, which I appreciate is also a bit of a niche sport, is water polo without the water in a lot of ways. It's contact. It's not like rugby where you go for each other's legs. You have to stand up and it's basically sort of chest on chest, but it's sort of fully within your rights to be tackling. You're allowed 3 steps, unlike basketball, which you're allowed 2. You're allowed to dribble the ball, and effectively you're shooting into hockey-style nets. So you can see they're about 2 metres tall with 3 metres wide, these goals. So there's plenty of goals. Every 30 seconds we're expecting one. Normally the average score is about 30 to 30.
Brilliant stuff, well explained indeed. Now, I'm delighted to say we do have the squad list for you as well. Let's start with the home side. Although we are in Chester, which is far closer to Trafford, of course, it is Loughborough's home game. So here's the Loughborough squad page 1. We do have numbers now. We didn't have them earlier, but we do. When I put this graphic together, we actually didn't have the numbers. We do now. But just quickly run through them for you. Chloe Barnard, we've got Georgia Batty-Smith, Sophia Calcott, Tabitha Dan Ward, Izzy Fraser Hook, Kayla Henson, Lauren Holmes, Samantha Knott, Bettina Pastor, Anna Rayner, Caitlin Robert, Raphael Sheehan. There's 2 pages to this one as well. Alicia Smith, Florence Steeples, Dira Unchawok and Heidi Warren. That's your squad list for Loughborough. Let's have a little look at the Trafford squad as well, shall we? As you can see, I've managed to get the numbers in for this one. Number 1 is Charlotte Walker. Number 3 is Miriam Hervis. Number 4 is Emily Bolton. Number 5 is Alexandra Miron. Number 6 is Julia Spicer. Number 8 is Alexandra Lupa. Number 11 is Sadie Quinn. 12 is Antigone Mastrogiani. Number 14 is Carolina Sura. Number 19 is Christina Nicoloa. 22 is Eloa Anastasoja. I hope I said that one right. Number 14 is Garrett Atkins, and again a second page of squad. Here we are. Number 25, Yolana Rodek, and 27 is Charlene Sybil Amby. That's how they. That's the squads anyway for this afternoon's game here between Loughborough and Trafford in the Women's Premier Handball League North. Now, this is the table. However, as we said at the top of the show, this isn't actually accurate. There was some games yesterday, of course, and Loughborough won yesterday, beating NEM Hawks 33-20. So that's not completely accurate. But that's to just give you a rough guidance. And Trafford actually come into this with a little bit of form as well. I think they've won their last 2 coming in as well, Jack. So there are no pushovers.
No, exactly. I mean, there are no pushover teams in this league, to be fair. It's very close indeed, and Trafford will have a lot to be fighting for. I mean, they're potentially trying to upset potential champions at the end of the day, aren't they? And they're not here just to lie down and let Loughborough take all the plaudits. They're here to put up a fight and show they've got something about them. So, as I said, looking forward to a really intense battle. The captains are in the centre circle now, as you can see on your screens, I think. Trying to decide who gets the ball, who gets the throw off, of course, which doesn't really make that much of a difference, but it's a bit of a psychological win at the end of the day. It's a sport thing, isn't it?
It's what we do in sport, and as you can see, coaches now just giving their final instructions. Now, of course, this is the second time these 2 sides have met this season in the Women's Premier Handball League North. Earlier on, it was a tight game, actually. Jack finished Trafford 31, Loughborough 38. Are we expecting more of the same in this one? As we said, Loughborough might be struggling a little bit from fatigue after playing yesterday, and Trafford are in a rich vein of form. I'm expecting a close one.
Yeah, that's sort of what we're hoping. That's why we picked this game to come in. I mean, they beat Birmingham 29-26. Trafford last time out. I think it was on the 12th of March, I believe. Just looking at this spreadsheet that I've got in front of me, and they actually had a bit of a gap. The last time they played before that was in February. So you say a rich vein of form there, Ian, but equally there could be a little bit of rustiness in there, whereas Loughborough, from playing yesterday, they feel warmed up, they feel psyched up for it, and they sort of take that momentum that they built on yesterday into the next game, of course, this one. So I think it could go either way. I think it may be a mentality thing, probably. How they start the game, Loughborough, is very important indeed, because I imagine Trafford will be flying out of the blocks.
Yes, I expect so. As you can see, we're going through the usual formalities now. It's going to get underway very shortly indeed. Loughborough taking on Trafford in the Women's Premier Handball League North. 2:30 throw off, literally a couple of minutes away. Whilst we get our phones out, don't we, Jack? I think we're really cool. Trying to get some social media content as well. Please comment below as well. Don't forget, we can see your comments. The best place to do it is at Live Sport Now on YouTube, or at the England Handball Association on YouTube as well. Once you're over there, please do hit subscribe. You can watch even more live handball and throughout the course of, well, hopefully next season as well.
Yeah, you're taking the mick out of us there, Ian, about taking our phones out, doing all this sort of thing. But it's important, because at the end of the day, one of the goals of getting handball broadcast live in the UK is to try and get as many eyes on it as possible. Sticking on all the different social medias is part of that, of course, and there's not just tonight, there's not just the game that we did a couple of weeks ago, GD versus Olympia. There's going to be more handball on your screen soon, isn't there, with the handball hits at the end of this month?
Exactly. In fact, next week, coming up the 26th of March, 8 p.m. live handball hit show. We've got highlights from the game. We had a London GD Olympia, wasn't it, earlier on this month as well. At half-time, we've actually got those highlights of Nottingham Birmingham in the Women's Premier Handball League North too, so we're going to be showing you those. Here we go, time to get ourselves underway. I'll just change the screens over for you.
So
it is game on.
Trafford starting with the ball then. Defending what I would call the home ends, because that is There is a bit of a viewing station up above where Loughborough are defending the goals. I don't know if you can see it on your screens. I think you could just about see it. So I'm not sure how much support there is here for either team, but I'm sure the people at Northgate Arena will be enjoying the show, whether they're waiting for their kids to get out the swimming pool or go into the gym or something like that.
Yeah, it's quite nice to come in actually, isn't it, and see it.
Good defence there by Loughborough already. It means they get the ball back.
That's showing steeples with it, isn't it? And just a quick note as well, the Loughborough goalkeeper is wearing a bib because it's the same, the goalkeeper jersey for Loughborough is the same colour as the Trafford jersey, as you can see, so they've been forced to wear a bib there. So actually the number 11, it doesn't quite add up. It is a slight change to number. There we go, it's Caitlin Robert who is in goal at the minute for Loughborough. And it is Trafford now though with the ball.
It is indeed, so take two for Trafford. I think Loughborough maybe just rushed it a little bit on their initial attack. So it's pretty much back as it started. Still 0-0, still two strong defences. Trafford trying to charge at some kind of attack. It seems to be a little bit stuck there. I thought that was 4 steps. Bounces off the post, straight to the line player. Good finish to make it 1-0 to Trafford.
Excellent start there. And it is the visitors playing technically at home who take the lead in this one. As we said, what is riding on this is Loughborough have to win. If they win the league. If they don't, they finish in 3rd place. So it is all to play for. It was a great goal, wasn't it? But it doesn't count. Referee's blown up. And the ball's back with Loughborough. Loughborough in their purple, Trafford in the orange.
Too many steps there, I fear, and as I said, Loughborough, they've had 2 attacks so far, and they've rushed both of them. They have slowed things down now. They were almost forced to slow it down, and that's allowing them to potentially make a call and actually make something of this attack. But again, they've thrown the ball away, forcing it slightly. Just a bit of a miscommunication, maybe, or sort of mistiming of the runs, and Trafford get the ball back already. I think they've had about 4 attacks. We've only had 1 goal so far for Trafford.
Yeah, I was going to say we're expecting Loughborough to come out the blocks pretty quick, but so far the ball's turned over a few times. And was that good?
No, that was well, it does look like he's gone in from our perspective. They're trying to force the ball to the line. That's the 2nd or 3rd time I've seen that happen in these early stages. Trying to get to the ball to the line player, the number 26 for Loughborough, which is Heidi Warren. I think a player who actually potentially gave player of the match to when we saw them against Loughborough for the strong defence and the amazing line work that she did.
She did. Now, Jack, we always do our Live Sport Now player of the match, and because I'm not sure of the ages of these players, I did chat to the head coach actually for Loughborough. Do you know the average age? Do you know what the average age of the Loughborough squad has been this season?
Oh, sorry, I thought
that was in.
There's a penalty. Sorry, I was sort of half looking to see there must be a penalty in there somewhere while you were talking, and of course there was. I missed what you were saying.
We'll come back to that. Don't worry. Let's focus on the penalty first off. Penalty for Trafford, and it's a goal for Trafford.
Yeah, another good goal. So that makes it 2-0 to Trafford. The number 5 from there is Alexandra Miron. Good finish in the end. Loughborough really need to step it up. This is not the start they wanted. Maybe there is a bit of a hangover from yesterday. Hill's a very, very difficult team to beat. You really do have to bring your A game to beat them and pull everything out of the bag. So maybe there's just a bit of a hangover from that. As Chloe Bernard went through, got the goal, but then ended up travelling. So no good.
Yeah, now I was saying Trafford on the attack. Do you know what the average age of the Loughborough team has been this season? And what could be a title-winning season?
I'm going to guess, because they're linked with a university, I'm going to guess 19.
Absolutely spot on.
Am I? Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, it was like 19 in 3 months or something.
If I played that cooler, it would have been like I've done my research. Goal there for Trafford. Loughborough really struggling. Maybe that youthful exuberance is not quite paying off for them today, but I mean, that's doing them a disservice. They are very experienced handballers. Very good. You don't get into this position without being a very good group, and they have earned their right to be potential title challengers. Moving out to the right wing though this time, and they do get their first goal of the match. 5 minutes in nearly, but they have broken their down.
Yeah, there we go. Loughborough finally on the score sheet. Is this now going to spark a comeback into this game? Still early stages, of course. Loughborough 1, Trafford 3. Loughborough have to win today. Win and they win the league. That is how simple it is for the girls in purple. Do you know, it's very similar to yesterday. Oh, good save off the post. Good save. I actually actually. I was doing football yesterday. I did Barnet against Notts County, and Barnet all in orange, and Notts County were in pink. So it's a bit
of deja vu yourself.
For me.
Was it? I'm sure it probably wasn't as high a scoring game as this one.
It was 1-1.
Yeah, 1-0. There we go. Yeah, we've already beaten that one.
What a beautiful goal that is by Loughborough.
A finish by Chloe Bernard for her second of the game, and Loughborough's second. I mean, it made a huge deflection, but as long as it goes in, it doesn't matter.
So there we go. Loughborough straight back into it. 2-3 in this game in favour of the visitors.
Very narrow play from Trafford right now. Their number 25, Rodak, the left-back position here, obviously got an absolute rocket of a shot on one of their biggest threats, I imagine, marked tightly now by Bernard, who scored their 2 goals, obviously. I would like to see a little bit more width from Rodak, because there's a winger here that 5 Miron took the penalty, won the penalty, of course. That time they end up getting the ball out to him, but again, not really in a good position.
Now, Jack, you'll know more about this than I do, because normally there's a tack on the ball, isn't there? It goes in. Does it count as a goal?
Yeah, that's basically what we call an advantage here in handball. I mean, it's not, we don't have an official advantage rule, but she was taking the shot. She got fouled quite badly, was able to get the shot away. It went in the goal, therefore they give the goal and then in retrospect give the 2 minutes. So it's almost like you played advantage rather than blowing up as soon as the contact is made.
So it was a goal?
It was a goal.
Fantastic.
And the 2 minute suspension.
And the 2 minute suspension. So Loughborough now back in it. It's 3 unanswered goals. It is 3-3. And it looks like the referee's not happy about something. I think, are they just double checking the score? I'm just going to go have a quick look actually, Jack.
And potentially double checking the score and double checking the name or number of the player that got the 2 minute suspension. I'm not 100% sure. The Loughborough coach taking this opportunity to, do a bit of coaching on the sidelines, trying to give the tips and pointers to the players that are out there. And Trafford do restart with a player down. They haven't brought their goalkeeper out. That is something we quite often see, to try and allow them to attack with a full complement of players. But they haven't bothered to worry about that just yet. Maybe a little bit early in the game for any kind of those kind of tactics. But it is a 3-3 game now. Trafford, who started really well and somewhat gone stagnant in terms of the attack.
Yeah, confirmation, Jack. It is definitely 3-3.
Looks like they've got passive play already. A little bit early for me, but they do take the shot and it's a rocket into the top corner from the right back position. I think that was the number 14, and it was a great goal by Carolina Sura.
Oh, that was beautiful, wasn't it? Yeah, that will be in the highlights. Now remember, do keep your comments coming in as well. We can see them. We are starting to get the comments coming in as well. Bit of support for both teams here. Look, Joanne, let's go Loughborough. Maria's also been in touch as well. Let's go Trafford. So come on, who are you supporting? Comment in the live chat at Live Sport Now on YouTube. That's the place to head on over. Make sure you hit subscribe whilst you're over there as well. It's Loughborough 3, Trafford 4 here. And I'll tell you something, it's a nice venue here. I did feel like I was stepping back in time a little bit though.
Yeah, I mean, I think this place was built a long time before any of the models. Yeah, it's been around for a while, as long as I've been alive, and Northgate Arena's been here. Although,
ages then, Jack.
Well, I'm only 27, it's not taking that much, but yeah, it doesn't get that much modernisation. But the floor is relatively new. I think that's got in within the last 7 or 8 years, and that's probably the newest thing in it.
Oh, good save. But they're going to have another chance, and they convert this time. And a scream there from number 26, and it's 4-4.
Well, I think it actually ended up hitting the post and went out of play for the sideline. No goal there for Heidi Warren.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, a bit of confusion to be fair. We all sat on the other end of the court here, ladies and gentlemen.
We are. But we do have the benefit of about a 5-second delay. So, yeah, I probably could have seen that. So, correction. It's Loughborough 3, Trafford 4.
Interesting tactical change here, Ian. Trafford are now back up to their full strength squad. Their 2 minute suspension has run out. But they're always man marking, well, I shouldn't say that, player to player marking on the 25 of Rodak, who obviously I've mentioned before, their left back, one of their biggest threats. So they try and nullify that before the ball even gets to them, to try and stop them getting a little bit of a run and getting some momentum.
Yeah,
good move out to the right wing, no, steps in the area, no good, even if the ball did go in.
I think it was a good save anyway, wasn't it?
It was.
I don't think it mattered. Well, there's a lot of you watching now as well, so as we said, do get in touch with us, comment below, keep Jack and I company as well. What have you made of the opening, close to 10 minutes into this first half here? It's the Women's Premier Handball League North, it's Loughborough taking on Trafford. If Loughborough win this game, they win the league. That is the most simple maths and equation that we could ever come up with. Oh, what a goal, but at the minute, they've got all the work to do because they're trailing 5-3.
And that's why they've been trying to mark them out of the game. Rodak with an absolute screamer, off the bar, bouncing on the floor, off the bar again, and in it goes. Yeah, that's why you need to get close enough to her to stop that, any kind of momentum, any kind of opportunity in the shot. She's clearly got a rocket in her shoulder.
Here's Florence Steeples, number 9. It's over, and it's a goal, and it's a tight game now. It's Loughborough 4, Trafford 5. Now, we've got people watching from all over the world. Jack, it's nice to see, isn't it? We've got somebody watching from Gibraltar right now as well. It is Annabelle that's watching.
All the way from
Come
Gibraltar.
on, Caitlin. Hi from Gibraltar. Well, hello to you from Chester.
I wonder if Gibraltar, is that holiday? Is that where they're from? I'm curious to know. Well,
Annabelle, tell us.
That's the beauty of the internet, isn't it? Because anybody can tune in and anybody can watch it.
Are you on holiday? Do you live there? Tell us. Are you working? You can't be working that hard if you're watching this one.
Well, I mean, I'd rather watch this and work as well. Unfortunately, we get to do both for you.
I wouldn't really call this work.
No, it's a bit of a hobby, isn't it, really? It's corner ball there for Trafford. Really good working. I saw them trying to force the ball to the line a little bit. Good cutting out there by Loughborough, but the line did have a little bit of an opportunity, a little bit of space as they're so aggressive on the backcourt as the ball goes flying past the post.
So here we are, Loughborough with it. Loughborough in their purple, Trafford in the orange.
There's a goal.
And that was a goal, wasn't it?
That was by Steeples, I think, who hasn't started quite as sharp as we saw in the Nottingham game earlier in the season. But again, if they ended up playing 60 minutes yesterday, some of these players, going into another 60-minute game, they're going to need to dig deep. They're going to need to find something extra special here. As I said, there can be a little bit of a hangover as you get tired. And an interception by Steeples, but she wasn't quite quick enough. Leaves the line wide open, and it's a goal for the number 6 of Trafford. That's Julie, I'm going to say Speicher.
I think they've gone straight down the other end though, Loughborough, haven't they? And was that a goal? I'm not too sure. Jack, I might have to ask you mind running up and having a quick look at the scoreboard. Would that be alright?
I will indeed.
We'll take it in turns. We're just going to go double check the score for you. We think it might be 6-6, but we're just going to get it confirmed. Oh, what a save by the goalkeeper. That's Caitlin Robert in goal for Loughborough. Once you get a handle, it stops it from going over the line. And here is Loughborough now on the attack. 25 comes on to the court.
I can confirm that on the scoreboard it is 6-5, Ian. Is that what you've got now?
That's what I've got in favour of Trafford. Okay, so it wasn't the goal, and so that confirmation is Loughborough 5, Trafford 6. Oh! Is it about to change? No.
No, travelling there. I thought there was an opportunity for a penalty in the 2 minutes, but travelling first, so they don't get the ball back. The Trafford going into the attack, and as I said, there's lots of. There's a bit of a rivalry brewing here on the quite close to our commentary box, isn't there, with that right back and left back sort of situation between Loughborough and Trafford.
There
it is again.
Warm up, we almost got taken out about 3 or 4 times, didn't we, from a few road balls coming over. I was talking a little bit earlier, actually, a slight break now, about the tack on the ball. There's normally a tack, isn't it? I did notice I picked a ball up earlier. There's no tack.
Yeah, and that's because, as I said, Northgate Arena with their resurfacing of this floor, they probably don't want to do it for another 25 years. So they want to make sure that it's nice for as long as possible, and a lot of sports halls don't actually allow tack. It's very rare to see a sports hall that fully allows tack, actually.
Does that have an impact then when you get sort of to a higher level, play European games, because you'll be so used to not playing with tack? Suddenly, it's almost not a different game, but it makes a difference, doesn't it? It's like playing with different darts or different golf clubs, isn't it? You know.
Oh, a penalty there for Loughborough, trying to bounce through the defenders. They closed the gap as she went through to take the shot. So I'll get back to the attack point in a second as we have a look. I think it's going to be the number 18 of Loughborough to take the shot. Bettina Pastor. Bettina takes the ball, steps up to the plate, gives her fake and dispatches it to the left-hand side of the goalkeeper. To go back to your point about the tack, yes, Ian, it's basically like playing a completely different sport, I'll be honest. When you get to the higher levels, when you're so used to playing with tack, with resin, wax, whatever you want to call it, you can throw the ball so much quicker, you can catch it one-handed or much easier. The ball moves so much faster, therefore you have to move faster, that your mental speed has to be a lot quicker as well. Chloe Bedard takes a set, but it's a travel. I'm not entirely sure she actually moved her feet there. Oh yeah, it does look like travel, yeah, fair play. Good refereeing, and yeah, so it is like playing a completely different sport, and I used to go away on training camps and everything like that, and people used to cape the ball in tack, and you come back to England, not allowed to use it, you can't throw it straight, it's ridiculous.
Well, here we are, Trafford with it.
That's a penalty incoming, there it is, defending in the area, Ian. Line player again getting a little bit of joy because they're so aggressive on their backcourt players. The penalty again incoming. I think this is for the second time for Trafford. Now the first one was taken by the number 5 of Alexandra Miron, but this time it's going to be the line player who won the penalty, and it's Rodak 25 who takes it and dispatches it. Interesting, because she's been playing a left back for the majority of this game. We saw her pop up a line there, so maybe a little bit of a tactical change.
Yeah, good stuff, well called there, Jack. Loughborough 6, Trafford 5, Loughborough with it on the attack, and somehow it snuck in. I'm not quite sure how that went in, but fair play.
Good finish, stepping the left back defender up to the inside. Number 3 defender couldn't get across, and dispatched in, well, pretty much just above the goalkeeper. Really good goal.
Yeah, good goal indeed. Trafford with it again. They locked together these two sides. Remember, they did meet earlier on in the season. It finished Trafford 31, Loughborough 38 that day. It looks like we're on for an equally close, perhaps even closer in this contest. Trafford's run of form has improved. They're on the last 2. They're getting right back into it. And for the first time in this game, Loughborough get their noses in front, Jack.
Yeah, and Trafford have been forced to an attacking switch. You can see that the left back is now actually taken up by number 3. Got Miriam Herbaz-Delama, and Rodak has actually gone to line, and that wasn't just because she popped up there. That's a tactical switch by Yabila Collins, who's the coach of Trafford, mainly probably because Rodak has been marked so tightly, not been able to really get in the game after the first 10 minutes or so. All of a sudden, Trafford have had to rethink, and they're forcing shots.
Straight at the keeper, and it looks like we have a timeout, so we'll stop the clock.
I'm not sure this is an official timeout for anybody watching. I think it's just because we have to go and get the ball, which has gone behind some barriers and you can't physically get there very easily. The goalkeeper has gone to get it. I think it's Caitlin Robert who's in goal. Managed to receive it. The good thing about the lack of tack is the fact that she's just found another ball actually lurking there somewhere. The good thing about the lack of tack is when it does go behind the barriers or something like that, it doesn't pick up all the dust and horrible stuff, which is always horrible to get on your hands and on the ball. So yeah, there is that advantage.
So a lot of people getting in touch as well. As you can see, we are now back underway.
Rocket ship there by Chloe Bernard, who seems to be Loughborough's main source of goals from this right back position. Not entirely sure how many she scored. I'll check it at half time, but it must be about 5 out of the 7 or 8 that they've scored so far, Loughborough.
Well, I make that 9-7 now, 9-8 now.
That's a delightful goal.
Now. We'll go just double check, but we've been right every time so far.
It's a delightful goal. That it's you can't hear it obviously when you're watching it from home, but the sound it made off the post nestling in the net is so satisfying. It's a bit like a swish in basketball, straight into that top left hand side.
Excellent stuff as well. Remember, keep your comments coming in. We can see them. We are going to run through them at half time as well. At the place we go back and watch it, so please get involved. Head over to the England Handball Association on YouTube or Live Sport Now on YouTube. That is us. Make sure you hit subscribe when you're over there as well to watch even more handball. Handball hits coming up next Sunday as well, 8 p.m. Make sure you tune in for that. Wherever you're watching this right now, you'll be able to watch Handball Hits. It's Think Match of the Day, only with presenters, and that's what Handball Hits is.
Well, yeah. Hopefully we don't get called out and banned off anytime soon, but there's a penalty there for Loughborough. They sort of were forcing the ball a little bit, and I think they were trying to run through the centre, but there's a penalty coming up. And it's another good finish by Bettina Pastor. Another penalty for Loughborough, dispatched with aplomb. Very nicely done indeed. But Trafford have kept in this game. I mean, they were leading it for a long time, but they haven't let Loughborough run away, even though there's a 2-goal lead now.
So that's a nice word, isn't it? Aplomb.
Plum, yeah.
Aplomb. Is it a plum or a plum?
I'm not entirely sure. It just sounds very satisfying either way, doesn't it?
I think it's a plum. But you think it's a plum, but you're from up north, I'm from down south, so maybe it's just a regional thing.
I have this habit of just making up saying that they sound good in my head, and then absolutely, my mum goes, "What on earth are you talking about?"
It's probably not even a word, is it? It doesn't exist. Yeah. We've just made it up. Well, the ball turns over now. Loughborough trying to break quick, but the referee says no.
Yeah, again, trying to force that ball to the line, play a little bit there at Trafford. Since they had forced tactical change, since Loughborough forced their hand, basically, they haven't been as free-flowing, they haven't been quite as fluid. They really need to try and come up with something to stop that as well. I mean, Trafford were forced into a change because Loughborough went so aggressive on their main goal threat of Rodak. I think Trafford need to do something similar on Bernard here because she is absolutely flying with the goals.
I'll tell you something, Jack. You talk about the noise it makes when it hits the back of the net. That was a smack. And it was very satisfying indeed. Trafford with it now. Trafford in orange, Loughborough in purple. If you are just tuning in, hello, welcome, good afternoon. You're watching the Women's Premier Handball League North. It's Loughborough v Trafford. Loughborough win, they win the league. That is what is on the line this afternoon. No more second chances. It is game on. We are getting to the climax of the Men's and Women's Premier Handball League season, and Loughborough just extend their lead now. Don't forget, they were trailing for most of the game, weren't they, in the early stages?
They were indeed.
Since going in front, I think Trafford have only managed to score one.
Yeah, Loughborough finally got a handle on this. As I said, I think it was maybe a little bit of just slack from being a little bit tired. But look at what the Trafford are trying to do. They haven't really got many ideas. They're trying to go very narrow through the centre, force the ball to the line. Every time they've gone to the wing, though, to be fair, it hasn't really worked for them apart from one penalty. And that is why the active defence from the wingers of Lauren Holmes there for Loughborough, very impressive indeed.
The shortest player on the court as well, by the way.
Doesn't matter. Anticipation is all that counts, isn't it, really? So passive play here for Trafford, and as I said, they haven't really been able to force anything. There we go, and the ball gets turned over for passive play. Very rarely happens, but Loughborough is straight out there, so aggressive with the defence.
Yeah, the referee just calls it back 10 minutes or so to go until the break. Coming up at half-time, we're going to have a look at what you've been saying throughout this first half, so do get your comments in. Tell us what you've made of it so far. We're going to go through and show them on screen at half-time. We've also got some highlights to show you from Nottingham and Birmingham in the Women's Premier Handball League North as well, so stay tuned for that. And of course, we'll get Jack's expert opinion on the first half here.
Well, my opinion at the moment is that it's been a game of half of two halves. It's the first time out is called for Trafford. It's a good ball into the line there and well dispatched as well. So they clearly, Loughborough have got many different sort of avenues that they can attack from.
Exactly.
It's not just the right hand side of the not just the right hand side of the attack that they can score goals from. As Ian now goes double check the score. Mainly because we can't see it, we're sort of going off what we can try and keep up with, but Ian has to change it every single time, and handball is so fast that you quite often look down for about 5 to 7 seconds, all of a sudden somebody's gone up the other end and scored. Have you checked the score, Ian?
It is 13-8.
13-8 to Loughborough.
We have been right every time. So I haven't got it on screen now. I promise you we did have it on. I haven't just edited it. It was right. It is Loughborough 13, Trafford 8. What do you think right now the Trafford coach is saying to his squad of players?
I think it's easy to get a little bit demoralised if you're Trafford from that perspective. You were doing so well, and all of a sudden Loughborough have come in and steamrolled you somewhat for the last sort of 8 to 10 minutes. If I was the Trafford coach, you'd have to shake something up. I wouldn't wait until half-time. The game could be done by then. I'd get them maybe into a 5-1 defence, but player-to-player marking on that point defender, trying to get them stop that right-hand side of Loughborough. As I said, they've got plenty of other avenues that they can score goals from, but that seems to be their most poignant right now.
Yes, the players are back out on the court. We're just waiting for, I'm not sure what we're waiting for. I think the referee's actually just having a quick double check of something with the table officials over there. Now, I was saying a little bit earlier, Joe, this has taken a long time to say. When I was talking about average age of Loughborough, yes, and we do our Live Sport Now player of the match, normally give out a bottle of bubbly or something like that. I'm a bit unsure.
Yeah, well, it's really good interception, but then actually kept the ball in play where maybe it was wiser to just let it go out. Because they threw it back into play and threw it right to Trafford's left back. Loughborough had almost switched off. Did look. Short break, well, potentially not short, a relatively lengthy break in play as we try and obviously clean the court, but most importantly, make sure that the player is okay. Ian's just gone over and given the seat. So I think there's going to be a bit of a lengthy stop here, Ian.
Yeah, I think so. We'll just the players are just cleaning up the court. They're just seeing how things are going. Obviously, we need to stop the clock. So we'll just make sure everything's okay. Whilst we're doing, let's have a quick look at some of the comments, shall we, Jack, whilst they've been coming in. Remember, we can see your comments. A lot of support for the teams coming in. Lindsay's been getting in touch. Well, go Trafford, bring that win home. Now, here we go. This is Benjamin. I hope we're saying the name right when we say, is it Spicer or Speecher? I think it's Spicer.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we didn't get a chance to chat and ask for the sort of phonetic spellings of them beforehand, which is something we always keep meaning to do. But yeah, I think it is Spicer. That's what I've been going with, Julie Spicer.
Absolutely right. Let's keep going through the comments, shall we? Annabella has been back in contact. Annabella, you ever told us you're watching over in Gibraltar, but we don't know whether you're on holiday or whether you're just working or what it is. It says, come on, Loughborough, you guys can do this. A bit more support for Loughborough coming in. And here we go, a few more coming in as well. Looks like we're about to get back underway, though.
Yeah, with the player afflicted off the court and just to our left-hand side, actually. Obviously, a lot of the concern is making sure that they are safe and they are healthy and everything like that, but the game has to go on. So here we are, Trafford trying to force the play to the line, and actually really good right wing play there as the second pivot into the line, and Trafford score the goal.
So there we go, Loughborough back with it though. It's 13-9 in favour of the home side, who are actually playing on Trafford's turf, believe it or not. But unfortunately, they couldn't get ourselves to Nottingham for that one. So change of venue, hence the reason we're here in Chester. Now Trafford with the ball again. They've just reduced the deficit down to 4 in this match. Loughborough 13, Trafford 9. We're starting to get close to the half-time mark as well. We get highlights coming up for you at the break. If you do want to find out more about the Men's and Women's Premier Handball League at any point you can, there's a link in the body of this broadcast. It'll take you straight through to the England Handball Association's website. Do give it a click.
So Trafford again trying to charge one up. I'm sure it's probably going to be a little bit difficult for the Loughborough team to actually concentrate fully. And for the first time this game, Trafford have actually scored. Not first time this game, first time in a while though. Trafford has scored 2 without a reply as a timeout goes to Loughborough, maybe just to try and reset the mentality, because obviously they are going to be concerned with the safety of their player. In fact, they're all still looking over this way, and half the team are actually taking care of her, really. It's going to be difficult for them to concentrate now, but concentrate they must.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll stop that clock. Whenever there's a timeout, we'll stop the clock. And I think Jack's just going to make sure everything's okay over here as well. Whilst he does that, we're looking at your Trafford team.
Well, I was gonna take it over there, but to be honest, I had a look and I don't think anybody, they're all on their feet, making sure that they're patching up. There's first aid and everything here now as well, so she's getting best support possible from the Northgate Arena staff.
Absolutely, we can. So she sat down and she does look a lot
just
better.
Just chatting and everything.
Absolutely. I think she's going to be okay. There's a cut above, I think might be above the eye, but there was a bit of blood. I think it might have just been a little bit of shock at the impact. But she's sat down, been seen to by first aid, and pleased to say she is okay. For those of you watching and concerned, it is a contact sport, isn't it, Jack? You know, injuries do happen.
Yeah, as I said, defence is very aggressive in handball. You've got to be sort of ready to try and take that contact. There was no malice in it from a Trafford perspective. It's just one of those coming together. You see it in football, you see it in rugby, you see it in every kind of sport. Sometimes just unavoidable. I think it potentially was with an elbow. So I think we've all ran into people's elbows when we were kids and everything. It hurts a lot, and you can imagine in a game of handball, you're running very quickly at each other. The shot goes from the right back, and the 35 again. I keep calling him Chloe Bernard. I think that's just from memory, but it is right. Yeah, Chloe Bernard, the number 35. Look, West scores again.
Well, at the minute, I have to say the comments have been coming in, a lot of support for Chloe Barnard. She is having a very good game. Of course, still a long way to go with this match. We're not even at the halfway mark, but of course, Jack, as you know, as we get deep into the second half, we will be asking you for your Live Sport Now player of the match. And of course, we'll be asking for you at home as well. Jack gets the final decision, but you can sway his mind.
Yes, absolutely. And if you're here at Northgate Arena, I do take bribes in the form of chocolate biscuits. So by all means, pop on down. But at the moment,
do you take Live Sport Now stickers?
No, absolutely not. No. At the moment, only one player who's won the first half player of the match for me, and that is Bernard from the right back. I mean, I'm getting almost to the point of bored hearing my own voice say her name. It's been that many goals fighting in, but it's not just the goals, it's the defence as well. She pretty much single-handedly forced Trafford into changing the system. In fact, I don't think we even have Roanoke on the court anymore. She's been that quiet, great pass into the line, and there's the goal for the number 8. And to be fair, fully well-deserved goal for Lauren Holmes as well. She's been brilliant in the defence on the right wing and breaking up that side. I was
going to say, Lauren Holmes has got to be in for a shout at player of the first half.
Well, yeah, defended very well for getting a few of those interceptions and everything. And to be fair, flying up the court there. Over the shoulder pass, over the shoulder catch is not easy. Then to face up the goalkeeper and dispatch it as well. Yeah, hard skill indeed.
Yeah, it's number 18, isn't it? Bettina Pasta, who's off the court, just off to her left. She is chatting away. She's all in good spirits. So pleased to say it does look like Bettina Pasta, the player went off injured, is absolutely fine. Maybe there might just be a bit of a bruised eye tomorrow and a few stitches.
Absolutely, yeah. But the story to tell, as maybe there's more of a story to this game than we thought about 5 minutes ago, because Trafford really getting back into this, aren't they? All of a sudden, this is getting a little bit too close for comfort for Loughborough again.
Yeah. So I'm just going to do a quick double score check just to make sure we are right. 5 in it, yes, as you say, Jack.
Well, attempted to force to the line there. Trafford turn it over, they need to score this one really. They try and go through the centre, it's not really fast enough. There's a bit of a hesitation as they caught the ball. Instead of exploding through the gap, sort of stagnated in the middle of the park.
Looks like we lost the ball again.
Yes, lost the ball again. It's 16-11, is that confirmed score?
It's 16-11, yeah, I can confirm that. Just stop the clock as well, just whilst we go and hunt at the ball.
If anybody's wondering as well, I don't think we said this about Bettina before, but they've actually turned her seat so she can watch the game now. We just looked over her shoulder, she's getting patched up, laughing away and watching the game actually. So I mean, handball is life at the end of the day. You've got to be able to make sure you can watch your team win.
Don't tell her, but I'm going to go have a word with her at half time. All right, don't tell her that.
Sure, she won't particularly appreciate it if you put the camera on her right now.
Well, we won't put the camera on her, we'll just have audio, but yeah.
Oh, there's Roanoke. Good save there by the goalkeeper. Caitlin Robert. The 25 for Trafford back out there, maybe trying to force themselves. Rodak on the left back. Good step though for the right wing, tries to force that ball all the way over to the other side.
That was a big skill, big risk throwing it right across goal there, wasn't it? To find
I mean, it's very difficult to score from that angle, so it's a bit of inventiveness from that right wing, but there was no one there to throw it, so you're better off just shooting.
Oh, a slip there, but they've managed to retain it. Trafford number 25 with it. It's going to be a shot and it's going to be a goal.
You can understand why Loughborough was so keen to rush out as soon as Roanoke gets the ball, but there, the white line up, there may be a lucky bounce there for Trafford. They got it, got the ball back, but there's nothing lucky about the way that she shoots that ball. It's very, very impressive indeed. Ball gets forced to the line, penalty gets given for defending in the area. The score is
16-12 for you guys.
So this time stepping up as the labelled penalty taker between the Pasta. It seems to be otherwise off the pitch. 26 steps up and scores the goal, Heidi Warren.
Yeah, Heidi Warren, of course, last Sport Now player of the match in the broadcast game. Loughborough 17, Trafford 12 in this one. It is quite a remarkable. It has been a half of two halves, isn't it? So I suppose a quarter and a quarter. It was Trafford who led this one. In fact,
good save.
Well, they keep keeping themselves in, don't they? They're just not allowed to get too far ahead, Loughborough.
They're sort of clinging on there, Trafford, but again, I think they need to do something rather drastic. When we saw Olympia versus GD, that was a very one-sided first half, and Olympia turned it around. Will Trafford be able to do something similar? They have to stem the tide of Loughborough though, with every single time they go up the court, they seem to be scoring.
Yeah, they had a bit of a slow start in there, a bit slow out the blocks, Loughborough, but they have put the hammer down now, haven't they? And they know what's on the line. Win the game, they win the league. That is it for Loughborough. It's that simple. No more second chances now. This is the title decider for Loughborough. Trafford, of course, do sit bottom of the table. However, that doesn't quite tell the whole story, and it's perhaps not quite fair on their recent performances. In fact, I think they might be up to, might have gone up a place actually in the last sort of 48 hours or so.
I was going to say Trafford, they have got 3 wins in this season, so it's not like they haven't got anything.
It's an evenly matched, isn't it? Really, there's no sort of teams who are, every game is a contest and a fair contest, isn't it?
Yeah, it's exactly what we want to see in England. Really, we don't want to see that big disparity. That was one of the big concerns. By the way, that was really good wing play, but good defending as well. That was one of the big concerns, was splitting the leagues at North and South. Good goal from the centre there by Steeples. It's the fact that we would have games that almost didn't really matter as much, or they wouldn't be as competitive, and things like that. But I think actually the quote-unquote sort of lower...
Sorry, I missed that. Was that a goal? Sorry,
that was a goal, yeah.
Sorry, apologies.
The quote-unquote lower seed teams have actually really surprised a lot of us here. And I think
that is the half-time whistle. Let me just double check the score.
We are going to just double check the scores and everything like that. It just seems to be everything's going on this game so far, but I think the host of Loughborough team to come over and have we're sure that their player is better.
Yeah, and confirmation at the break, it is Loughborough 19, Trafford 13. Now, a lot of players coming over to see it as... well, not to see us, but to see Bettina behind us. They're all crowding around.
To be fair, I think they're going to the changing room as well.
Yeah, I know. Yes, they're not coming to see her. They're walking straight past us. You bring the camera over to us, actually. I'm sure Bettina won't mind too much. She's just behind us, but there we go. So that is it at half-time. It's Loughborough 19, Trafford 13. Jack, your thoughts on that? What was it? Scintillating half of Handball.
Yeah, I think Trafford started really well. They did a fantastic job of sort of obviously got those first 3 goals, but they weren't exactly on fire. I wouldn't say. I think the first 6 attacks in total of the game only contributed to 1 goal, which goes to show that maybe the standard wasn't quite as high as we were hoping going into it at the start of the game. But then it started to get that build, that momentum. Trafford went 3 up, obviously. Loughborough came back to 3-3, which showed some grit and determination, maybe a bit of a sign that they were changing their way, changing sort of their rhythm and getting a bit more into it. Maybe the hangover was wearing off from the game yesterday. But Trafford, again, they sort of kept themselves ahead, but as soon as Loughborough got like 1 goal ahead, they haven't looked back, and they've been flying so far.
They've been a bit of a wrecking ball, haven't they? Let's go through some of the comments as well. Remember, do keep your comments coming in. Live Sport Now on YouTube is probably the best place to do it. That's where the live chat is open, as is the England Handball Association on YouTube as well. But there's a link in the body of this broadcast that will take you straight through. Please hit subscribe as well. It helps us bring you even more live handball as well. So here's some of the comments. Joanne Warren has said, nice, Chloe. Of course, Joanne, I wonder if relation to Heidi, perhaps. But she's also gone on to say, as we know, Chloe on fire. I think we can agree with that. And she's also gone on to say, yes, Heidi.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, to be fair, we put up those 3 comments. There's lots more out there, ladies and gentlemen, which I'm sure we'll put up on screen. But I think Heidi Warren and Chloe Bernard have been the 2 sort of standouts. So Heidi was brilliant in defence and attack against Nottingham, and she's been equally brilliant in attack and defence this time out as well. I mean, whenever sort of one player steps up to take on Rodak as the Trafford left back, as soon as they step up, Heidi's right there in the centre, stepping up on the centre as well, and that really puts Rodak's position. It's very difficult basically, because you have to not only ride the tackle, you have to find a pass, and if the centre's not on, you all of a sudden have to think a lot more creatively, and you just end up throwing the ball away.
Joanne's been in contact again. Now, we were obviously talking about the player of the match prize. It's normally a bottle of bubbly, but of course, due to the ages of some of the players, we can't obviously legally hand alcohol to anybody under the age of 18. So to be on the safe side, unfortunately, Joanne, if Heidi were to win the player of the match, she's not going to get a bottle of champagne. She's going to get a little sticker instead. There you go. I'm sure we can sort something out. Right, let's have a look at some more of the comments as well, shall we? David Thomas says, come on 6. Julie Spicer, I think that's the right way. A couple more as well. Mel Barner, go Loughborough, smashing it. They certainly are. Benjamin's back in touch. Go Trafford. We want to know who you're supporting. Dan Hudson's been in contact as well. Let's go Loughs. Here we go. Another one as well. Daryl's super sad. I hope you're not sad, Daryl. I hope you're happy. Hello and good day to everyone. Nice save, Caitlin coming in. Look at all of these. This is fantastic.
I was going to say, the engagement today
Jan
has
says,
been
why is the Luff coach so good looking? Why is Ollie so good looking? There we go. Apparently,
so we'll ask Ollie.
Jan thinks Ollie, the Loughborough coach,
maybe
is very good looking.
Where is he?
Oh, he's in the oh, we've got to show him that. Here we go, and a couple more as well coming in. Oh, Joanne, again, thanks for getting in touch, Joanne. I do appreciate it. Nicola Knott as well says, go Loughborough. So plenty coming in as well. Right, I'm just going to very quickly just wonder if...
Are you going to try and get an interview?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Yeah?
Yeah, I'm all good.
You're all good.
Where
We'll let her
going?
go. I think she's got to go to, I don't know, did you have to go to hospital? Maybe
I'm not 100% sure on what the sort of protocols are these days, but I think it's always better to be safe than sorry. I'm sure the Northgate Arena team will be doing...
They've done a wonderful job, by the way. They've been just behind us, and a huge credit to Northgate Arena. They were on it very quick. Wonderful stuff by the staff here. So thank you to everybody here at Northgate. It does look like Bettina is absolutely fine, though.
Yes, luckily. May not see her back on court today, but she'll be there cheering her team on, I'm sure. Maybe
I'll tell you what, that will
tomorrow.
be some impressive if she does come back on. Right, so we've got some highlights to show you as well now. We've been out and about all up and down the country this season with the men's and women's Premier Handball League. We've got a little bit of action from the Women's Premier Handball League North. We brought you the game between Nottingham and Birmingham, and this is how it played out. Blonde hair, Marshall in the centre of the court. Back to St Clair, finds a gap, finds a goal as well, and it's Nottingham who get us underway. We want to hear from you. Here we go, Nottingham with it again now. Oh, it goes low this time. Well saved. Oh, does it go in? What does the referee say? It bounces back to the... Oh, how did that go in? They lead this one, but only by one. Can't get through this time. Nottingham retain possession. Now here they go. They're off. The counter-attack. They're so quick on the break. Oh my word, make a note. For Nottingham. And a Nottingham, the green of Nottingham on the attack as well. You may have noticed it's a completely coincidence that I do have the green of Nottingham jumper on. Oh, almost knocked into the own goal. Make a note of that one as well. That's a good... If you're watching, please do like, comment and share. Please do like it. If you want to show your support, you can see the comments. We can show them on screen as well. Live chat is open at Live Sport now on YouTube and at the England Handball Association as well. And as you can see, Anna Goncalves, who was just off the court, has come back out of our hands with it. The ball stays with Nottingham. Carolina Serlath with it. Now it's Valbona with it as to go. But no, apologies, all three have been penalties, haven't they? Oh, how did that go in? Get that one, record that one, take that one. And then we can bring you even more live handball, live on YouTube at Live Sport now and at the England Handball Association as well. And it does sneak in. It's another great goal. I want to give a message to one of somebody on the court. Having a quick chat with Millie Smith. Oh, good save, but will it find? She finds the back of the net to keep getting it done quickly though. Here's Valbona with it. It's a good save though by Birmingham. Irini Televentu. She's had UK, best place to watch Live Sport is with us on YouTube. And that is surely the game now. So congratulations to Anna Goncalves for Birmingham. She is the Live Sport now player of the match. Right, we're back. Yeah, there we go. That was the game between Nottingham and Leon. I don't know if you can pop the camera actually up on the balcony over there. We're going to give Glyn Bolton, he's just asked for a shout out. Let's put his text on screen as well. Give us a wave, Glyn. Give the camera a wave.
Glyn!
Glyn!
He's not looking at us anymore. He gave us a wave about 30 seconds ago.
It's the gentleman. It's the gentleman there. He's giving us away. That's clear. That's his comment there. He's here, but he's also watching the live stream as well.
But you've got to get those multiple angles. I mean, you can't see everything from up there, can you?
There we go. A few more comments coming in as well. Glyn is a Trafford fan, actually. There we go. Glyn is a Trafford fan, so there we go.
Well, as we said before, we are a lot closer to Trafford, aren't we? Here, it's even though it's a Loughborough home game, it does feel like a Trafford home game somewhat because we're nowhere near Loughborough. It must be about 2 hours away for them.
Absolutely. I'm just going to pop the change the timer screen over as well, so we're almost ready to get back going. And a quick reminder at half-time, Loughborough 19, Trafford 13. And we're back into it.
We are indeed. So Loughborough now in the purple, shooting from right to left. Charles over there, getting out to the left wing. Oh, there is space there for a shot if she wanted it. The left back charges through instead though. And the 23 of Loughborough goes through to score the first goal as Tabitha Dan Ward. So first goal of the second half was done within about 10 seconds there, Ian. That's an extension of the lead for Loughborough.
Yeah, they moved to the big 2-0 in this game. Loughborough 20, Trafford 13. Trafford now with it. Trafford in the orange, Loughborough in purple. If you are just tuning in, hello, welcome, good afternoon. You are watching Loughborough against Trafford in the Women's Premier Handball League North. We've said it once or twice, but of course, if you have stayed tuned for the entire game, so we do keep repeating ourselves, but viewers do keep coming in and out of the game, so it's important that everybody understands what's on the line. Loughborough win the game, they win the league, it's that simple. Now, they don't look tired either. They played yesterday, Loughborough, against NEM Hawks, winning that game 33-20. It doesn't look like there's any signs of fatigue yet, Jack.
No, I thought maybe they were going to be living off adrenaline somewhat with that potential fatigue, but they've been far too good to be just living off adrenaline. When you have a rocket like that from the right back position, that's unbelievable. I'm just watching it back on the screen because we have like a 5-second delay on the screen, don't we? And it's
just good actually, isn't it? It's handy that.
Yeah, very nice indeed. But yeah, no, Loughborough have been far too good to be calling anything on adrenaline. The attack's been decent, the defence has been really well drilled. They've been the better side, let's face it. Trafford have done all right, but Loughborough have been the better side. But that is a great save by the number 19 in goal for Trafford. Just trying to get the name of that, but there is no name. There is no number 19 on the score sheet, so I don't know who that is. Oh. Trafford get one back though, from the right wing. Good goal actually with a right hand from the right wing. Always difficult to secure that one.
Yeah, Loughborough 21, Trafford 14. Loughborough with it again. If you like what you're seeing, please do comment below. Head over to Live Sport Now on YouTube. There's a link in the body of this broadcast. Please hit subscribe as well to our channel. Makes a big difference for us. Helps us bring you live handball here in England. And it looks like Loughborough have extended their lead once again.
Yeah, no, that was a battle there on the line as the ball came out. It's a good save again by the number 19, the Trafford goalkeeper. The ball bounced out towards the line player of Loughborough, Heidi Warren. And against two of the Trafford players, managed to secure the ball and get it into the back of the net as well before stepping into the line. Very impressive indeed. So as Ian goes to try and find confirmation of the score, Trafford score one more. We're going to get a little bit of joy. Maybe Loughborough forced them to that right wing as Bernard goes through. And that's Loughborough 23, Trafford 15.
23-15 now. Yeah, 23-15. We are right. I'm pleased to say. I just ran over to the. Sorry for being a bit lax there with the score. I had just run over to the table just to double check. We're sat off to the left of the court, behind where the score is, because there's just not enough space over the other side for us to be. Normally we like to be facing the scoreboard, don't we? But for the last two games, we've not managed to do it, have we? Actually?
No, unfortunately not. Which does mean we have to get up there and have a little bit of a jog to the scoreboard to see if we are correct. But luckily, we've been all right so far, ladies and gentlemen. And again, Trafford maybe trying to get to that right wing, and no joy this time now. But there's a penalty as the number 15 of Loughborough was trying to recover. Now this name is written in its handwriting, so I'm going to just say Izzy because I think it's Fraser Hart, but I could be incorrect with that one. So I'm just going to go with Izzy. The 22 in Trafford steps up and secures another goal.
Wow, good stuff indeed.
I think that's Anastasia.
Yeah. It is Anastasia. Yeah, there's if you need that, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, Trafford's still in this. They're just keeping in it, but time is ticking on, of course. Not too much on the line for Trafford really in this, but of course there is pride and you always want to win, don't you? But for Loughborough, like I said, they win this game and they win the league, the Premier Handball League Women's North. There'll be some achievement for a team that is an average age of 19 and 3 months. Oh, it's off the post. And now Trafford, can they counter-attack? They're going for it. Number 25, Rodak with it. Can she find some space? Oh, that could have been a beautifully worked goal, but it's just snatched out of the air. Florence Stevens has it for Loughborough. Goes long, tries to find it. No.
Yeah, a little bit rushed. In fact, Steeples can't even believe what pass she's just thrown there. It was far wide. I looked back on the court and all of a sudden she had a head like gasping. She couldn't believe it.
She was laughing her head off to herself, yeah. I think had it been 23-23, she might have been a bit more angry with herself rather than laughing.
Oh, good interception there, but actually Trafford get the ball back. Whoa, there's a little bit of a foul maybe on the right back. But they take the shot and it's another save by the Loughborough goalkeeper, who's played very well as well, by the way. I did have who that was. I think it's Caitlin Robert, wasn't it? The number 11 in the now bib.
Yeah, so here we go, straight back into it now.
Ooh, there's travel there.
Bit of travel, so it does not count. And it stays Loughborough 23, Trafford 16 in this Women's Premier Handball League North game. It has been an absolute corker. It's worth noting that Trafford did lead this game for the opening 10 minutes or so, but Loughborough, once they got ahead of steam, boy oh boy, they have not let the grip falter yet.
No, aggressive offences. It's been really impressive that we're seeing right there, but to be honest, we're not seeing a lot of width from the left-hand side. We're seeing a lot of width from the right-hand side, and surprise, surprise, that's where we're seeing goals from Trafford. But we're not seeing any kind of width from the left. The left back is coming inside all the time, working exactly where Loughborough want them to. Great pass to the line. Not a great finish, though. That was really not one for the highlight reel for Heidi Warren.
Well, it might make the highlight reel for that reason.
Yeah, potentially.
It's not just all about goals.
No, in fact, I think it was Birmingham, Nottingham. I made my own little compilation of crossbar challenges, because I think they hit the crossbar in the game about 17 times. Through goes the 23 Loughborough, and an extension of the lead once more. That's Tabitha Dan Ward, I think we saw take a penalty earlier on, I think was the player who scored the first goal of the half as well. So the Loughborough working not only the right-hand side, but the left-hand side as well. Goals galore for them.
Yeah, goals galore indeed. Loughborough 24, Trafford 17. They're in control, Loughborough, but Trafford just keep reminding him, don't they? Just don't switch off, Loughborough, because we are there, we are capable, so just keep on your game.
Well, again, there's been a lot of movement over to the right-hand side. Everything's been moving right for Trafford. I don't mean right or wrong, I mean right or left. They've been moving right always, and the left back, as I said, who looks a handy player, but just keeps drifting inside rather than forcing the defenders out wide and making gaps for the middle. Good defender by the looks of it as well, to be fair to us. I don't want to sound like I'm targeting the number 3 for Trafford in any way whatsoever, but it does look like maybe a little bit more width on the left-hand side would help.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like a bit of a wrestling match over there. I thought she had her arm around her neck a little bit. The referee either didn't see it or is quite happy for the play to continue. Loughborough with it, all in purple. Ooh.
That would have been one hell of a finish, Ian, from that kind of tight angle. I mean, it was only about a foot to play with there. The player, the left back, I think for Trafford, is the number 3, Miriam Hervaz. As I said, looks like they know a lot of what's going on, especially in defence and everything like that, but just maybe need a little bit more variety in the attack, left and right, not just coming right all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. So Loughborough with it, happy to take their time. They're in no rush. As it stands at the minute, Loughborough are champions of the Women's Premier Handball League North, but there is still over 20 minutes of this second half to go. It's a tall order though for Trafford, isn't it, Jack?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen anything in this second half that suggests it's going to change, to be honest. I thought maybe there would be a tactical radical change, something radical we'd see from Trafford, maybe a different kind of defensive setup, but we haven't seen anything like that. They've just been, to be fair, getting the ball out to the right-hand side, and they've been having some joy with it as well. But in terms of stopping Loughborough scoring, well, you've just seen a reason why. I mean, Trafford just haven't been able to stop it.
Wow, oh wow, did you hear that? Bump into the back of the net. Oh wow, Loughborough 25, Trafford 17, and we were expecting perhaps it to be a little bit closer than it is at the minute. I can see Quinn has gone off, number 11 for Trafford. I think she's just clutching her right arm. I hope she's okay.
Yeah, I think it's something to do with potentially the shoulder. Bit of a shame. I think she's gone over. A few people having a look at her, but hopefully it'll be okay. Lots of space. There's going to be a penalty there, surely. Yeah, there we go. Loughborough was scrambling to try and stop that attack. Maybe it just stepped in the area of Steeples. So it's a Trafford penalty once more. The number 14, Carolina Serra, steps back up.
Oh,
and it's a good save there at the end. So, yeah, just one of the Trafford members of staff coming over to ask me if there was an ice pack or anything. I said, you might want to ask the front desk. I'm just here to commentate. But,
you got that first daily look about you, Jack.
Well, exactly. Just a caring person, what can I say?
Absolutely.
But, yeah,
well, you didn't give up your chair for Tina earlier.
I was about to. I just saw you were doing it first. I did go and get you a replacement chair.
Well, you didn't mean it for me, but yeah, no, I'll take it.
Yeah, but I think that ice pack. That ice pack potentially for Quinn there. I thought maybe there was going to be an ankle roll as well for Hervas, but I think she's just about got away with that one. A bit of a scary moment. I think, is there another penalty here?
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it?
There's quite a lot going on all at once. There's people injured onto the side of me. There's people talking to the balcony. There's penalties being given, so apologies if we sound a little bit distracted.
I better go double check the score in a minute as well. So we've watched this penalty just to see. I make it 25-17. I make it 25-18 now.
Yeah, Carolina Serra missing the penalty about 2 or 3 minutes ago. Juliana Rodak stepping up and scoring this time round. So Loughborough again trying to initiate some trigger movements, but a little bit sloppy there, having to bounce in the space on this left wing. And it's right into the top corner. And that is Izzy Fraser. It's hook or heart. I can't see what the last word is.
I think it's hook. I think it's Izzy Hook. It is. It's Izzy Fraser Hook, number 15.
There we go.
Fantastic stuff. And it's not 25-18. It's 26-18 now after that goal. And Loughborough now with that 8-goal lead are surely heading towards the summit of the table and the title win as well, Jack.
You would think so, although, as I said, every so often Loughborough and Trafford keeping them honest. It's not like Loughborough have had it all their own way, but I was about to say when they got at the other end and just absolutely rocked it into the top corner, there's not much stopping it. But she didn't do it, so Trafford get the ball back and maybe an opportunity to close the gap to 6 instead of 8 as it was a couple of seconds ago.
Yeah, just a couple of things. A good point actually here by Christopher. A great stream. Loughborough not champions after is the final four to be played. That is correct. It's more a case of actually they're going to finish top of the table. What we're
champions of the Premier League Handball North is probably
exactly. Yeah. So thank you, Chris. You are absolutely correct. Yes, it's more a case of.
Not the champions of England.
Not the champions of England.
No.
The champions are technically champions of the north of England, I suppose, if you look at it that way. That's how you take it when you're in the Loughborough camp.
So, penalty for Trafford once again as we were discussing the complexities of that. Number 38, though, this time steps up.
We haven't had any penalties down this end. We only had one penalty in the game down this end, you know, Jack.
And that was scored by Christina, the number 38. Nikolaev. I'm going to go with just Christina in case I butcher the name again, but a good goal, good penalty.
Yeah, absolutely. Loughborough, they're trying to collect the loose ball, but it hands over to Trafford, who wants it quick. They want to get going. It's 26-19. They want to get to the 2-0 in this as soon as possible. They scored 31 when they played against Loughborough earlier in the season, but Loughborough scored 38, so the home side looking to do the double over Trafford this season.
Loughborough trying to break up the court, trying to go for the jugular here and score as many as possible. They move it back, it didn't quite work. They go to the left back, there's a little bit of a tuck there on the back of the arm. And Loughborough get, well, one referee said free throw, one referee said penalty. They both say timeout to try and wait to get the ball back.
Yeah, we'll just stop the clock for a little bit of time whilst we go.
I think it is going to be a penalty though, Ian.
Yes, penalty. I've wanted a penalty down this end for a while because it's good content. I can't quite, unfortunately, get it from the other end.
So Loughborough's number 6 looks like she's about to step up. That's Sam. Oh no, it is a free throw. I thought it was a penalty. Ian's very disappointed, but he turns around and the ball goes in. And it is Sam Hott who scores.
There you go, the beauty of being live, isn't it? That was not a penalty, as you can see, but it was a goal for Loughborough.
It was indeed. As I said, as soon as you turn around with a very disappointed look on your face, they get the ball straight into the line and end up scoring. It didn't look like it was going to be a penalty, by the way. Everybody was setting up there. I'm afraid the creativity for Trafford just seems to have dried up somewhat. I think here Ian a bit demoralised potentially. They're trying, Yabilla is trying things on the sideline, but they just don't seem to be sticking as they move the ball out to the left hand side. And again, a little bit of space. So enough for a shot. Oh, Steeples with the step. Unreal in the centre of the court. And a great goal there by the Loughborough number 9.
Oh, there you go, Loughborough now 9-goal lead in this game, 28-19. Is that correct, Leon? Can I just ask for a very quick score check? 28-19.
No,
it's not. No.
Change. I'll go and have a look
yeah,
for
we'll
you.
Just go get that double check. Trafford with the ball now, as you can see, looking to try and pull another one back. It's been an entertaining game so far.
28-20, Ian.
It's 28-20, so I must apologise to Trafford because I've done them out of a goal, so I'm very sorry. Apologies to Trafford Handball Club there. 28-20, the ball now in the hands of the purple of Loughborough.
So Loughborough they can take their time now, really, can't they? We're halfway through the second half, 3/4 of the way through the game.
Oh, good save.
They don't really need to rush into anything in terms of rushing the ball or anything. They can just charge it up. And to be honest, they didn't even need to take the shot that early. A little bit of attacking pressure wouldn't have gone amiss and avoid the passive play. They could have got 2 or 3 more passes off, and that allows a little bit of space open. But they went for the shot, basically giving Trafford back the ball now. Yeah, and over to the right wing. That's where they scored quite a few goals already in the second half, but not this time.
Yeah, great save there, wasn't it? So Raphael Sheehan in goal, doing a sterling job. You need to start thinking about your Live Sport Now player of the match soon, Jack. You've still got about 10 minutes or so yet, but you know, you need to start thinking about it.
I'm always thinking about it, Ian. Don't you worry about a thing. I will announce it. It's coming towards the end of the game, of course. I have to say, a really good second half showing, I would say. Just missed, well, I wouldn't say missed the shot, but a good save by the keeper from Trafford. But the left back, the number 23 of Loughborough, I think has stepped it up a gear in the second half. Tabitha Dan Ward stepped up in the second half compared to that first one. So a good performance from them. A bit of a shout out. Maybe not the player of the match, but a good shout out.
I tell you what, I'm getting a good workout over it, going to collect the balls that come over to our corner here, Jack.
You're just so keen to get the ball back in play, aren't you? As it rockets off the crossbar.
Oh, I don't want to miss a second. I don't want any of the extra.
Loughborough forced the ball with a fast break. I mean, it's actually gone for a corner. Yeah, they try and fast break up the court, but to be honest, it actually should have gone left and it went right. A few changes for Loughborough as well. The number 36 has come on.
We haven't had a goal for a while, have we? Actually, still 28-20, I believe.
And that's fairly standard procedure at this point, isn't it? For the right back, a simple cross through the centre, lots of space to jump up and score. Again, Trafford just not getting out quick enough at all. Not aggressive enough with their defence. Another good save there by the Loughborough keeper as well.
Yeah, you were talking about players coming on. Actually, number 36 has come on. Dira Uchenwoke, she's now on the court as well for Loughborough.
Yeah, so maybe some of the players that, I mean, it's important really, isn't it, that if they were playing yesterday, that they're able to use the players that are maybe slightly on the fringes of the squad, stepping up to the plate and being able to still score those goals. I mean, we've seen the wingers for Loughborough change quite a lot over the course of this game. Some players have stayed on nearly the entire time. Yeah. We've seen Heidi Warren go off, though Sam not come on, and a few of the players be changing.
Yeah, Georgia Batty-Smith has just come on as well, number 25 for Loughborough, so changes all around. Ollie, the coach for Loughborough, using the full force of his squad here to good effect. Still with it, pushing on in this game. Don't forget, if you like what you see and want to find out more about the Men's and Women's Premier Handball League, you can head over to the Handball Association website. There's a link in the body of this broadcast. It rattles off the crossbar and Trafford keep possession. Do head over to the PHL website. Again, a link in the body of this broadcast. So if you want to have your say in this game or want to watch even more live handball, Live Sport Now on YouTube is the place to do it. That is us bringing you live sport. Please head on over there. Again, a link in the body of this broadcast where it says live chat is now open. Hit subscribe as well. It makes a big difference to us to be able to bring you live handball as well. So Glyn on the balcony, he still believes. Come on Trafford, you can still do this. Focus.
Well, they've got a goal. Sorry for going a bit silent there. I thought I recognised them once, and I think I do, to be fair. Number 5, Stetson.
There's a penalty.
Good save there. Thought that was actually going to nestle right into the corner, so a really good save by the number 6 for Loughborough. Well, the new number 6 actually, not quite the number 6, 16 actually. Raphael Sheehan. Oh, Steeples looking one way, they're going to cut the ball out. Oh, a bit of a trip. That's coming together more than a trip, but the result was the same. And Loughborough somewhat stuck in their attack here. It's a little bit, it's not very free flowing, put it that way.
Yeah, can confirm the score is correct. It is 29-20 in favour of Loughborough here. They are marching their way to the top of the table in the Women's Premier Handball League North. It's the final game of the season, of the regular season. Of course, then the final 4, don't forget.
Yeah, no, penalty there. I mean, it looked like that she was through, Dara. And in fact, she's going to step up and take the penalty here. So, only been on for the last 5 minutes or so, but Dara, so step it up. She won the penalty, the whistle blows. Oh, the attempted lob. The attempted lob in, it was attempted. And to be fair, I think it was slightly better than Heidi Warren's, I'll give her that.
I'll let you tell that to Heidi's face. There we go. Trafford with it. Can they get one back? Yes, they do.
So we'll get the score up on your screen as soon as possible.
So Loughborough 29, Trafford 20. That was a goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a goal. Yeah, that was a goal there for Trafford. So
just confirming.
Trafford 22.
I've just corrected it. Leon's going to tell us. Is that right? 29-21.
Oh, ball falls out of play.
29-21. Yeah, there we go.
Trafford pinged the ball forward, but a good recovery. But that could be a great goal.
Oh my word!
Trafford on the dive. I'm watching that back on the replay.
Wow! Well, they might not win this game, but they've certainly won goal of maybe even goal of the season, Jack, with that one. So there's the timeout. So let's stop the clock. Well. There we go. Let's have a look at some of the comments coming in. Nicholas Radford says audacious attempt. Now that's a good word as well, isn't it?
What was that? Audacious?
Audacious, yeah. As we saw.
There's audacious and optimistic, and there's a fine line between whether something's optimistic or audacious, and it's whether it goes in the net or not, I always think.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of comments coming in here. It's nice to see you. Thank you so much for getting in touch, everybody. We really do appreciate it. It makes a big difference, of course, to the coverage as well.
We've actually had a really good engagement, haven't we, so far over the season? We're talking about. Today has been particularly good, but I mean, it's been good over the season as well. We're really pleased to be able to bring you the handball.
This is the beauty of being live, isn't it? It's in the moment, we can engage. This is, for everybody watching at home, wherever you are, if you're at work or wherever you're on holiday, this is your show, don't forget. This is the players, of course, are the stars out there on the court, but this is about everybody. We're trying to get handball out there. We know how big it is across the rest of the continent. We want to make it big here in England as well. And you guys at home, wherever you are, play a huge part of that as well. So big thank you for tuning in and watching. If you can take the time to hit subscribe at our YouTube channel, Live Sport Now, please do. It does make a difference to us. There is a link in the body of this broadcast. And, if you're watching on Twitter, please do retweet. If you're watching on Facebook, please share it, like it. Let's get it out there to as many people as possible. So a big thank you to you watching wherever you are in the world. Of course, the beauty of social media, we can broadcast all over the globe.
Absolutely. We've already had people watching from Gibraltar. We've had people from Norway in previous matches, and I'm sure other Scandinavian countries. And it's really nice that people have relatives and stuff who maybe live elsewhere. They come over to England and they can still watch them play. As Bernard at 6 he wants to get in the back of the net.
Yeah, I think again, Chloe Bernard with it. I think I might know which way your player of the match is heading. Although, please comment below if you're watching this. There's a lot of you tuning in. Who is your player of the match? Jack's mind can be swayed. If you think there's a particular player who deserves it, please tell us who it is and why they deserve to be player of the match. Jack will have a look at them. His mind can be swayed.
I'm constantly looking at the comments on your screen, Ian. It's, as I said, nice to have the engagement and everything, and nice to know what everybody else is thinking, because I mean there's quite a lot for us to do here. I mean we're recording for content on social media and stuff like that. We don't always catch every single little detail. You guys might have a little bit of a better off. So always Loughborough scored as Ian was pointing at the screen asking what is a Kemper? And those of you at home actually know about handball will probably have a little bit of a giggle at that one, but a Kemper is effectively like an alley-oop in basketball, where the ball gets thrown in the air and you catch it. Oh, right, that was right down the barrel of our camera there, wasn't it? That was awesome to see.
Brilliant, absolutely.
Yeah, ball gets thrown in the air and you jump, catch and throw it before you land and hopefully score, and that's what a Kemper goal is. Florian Steeples through the centre of the Trafford defence. And even though Trafford, they're still scoring, Loughborough just go straight up reply. It's just an onslaught by them at the moment.
Yeah, it is. It really, really is. There is actually a few people who've commented as well.
It's a great ball over. But they can't quite catch it.
Our injured player is actually in with a shout, I think. Bettina Pasta, who went off injured. You need to consider her as well. Give in everything. Injured body on the line.
Given the fact they had a smile on their face as they came on.
I'm going to give her a sticker regardless.
I'm sure that'll make it all worthwhile, Ian. I'm sure she'll be really pleased with that one.
What on earth is that?
Look, turn it over, try and go on the break. Little bit too forced. Trafford get the ball back, stick it in the back of the net.
Yeah, by my reckoning, it's Loughborough 32, Trafford 24 in this game. I'll have to look at the bins outside the leisure centre here, because I think a few of these might be in.
Maybe you can pay for your parking ticket with that.
Oh, yeah, I don't think so.
Trafford get on again, force over. Good defence to be fair by Loughborough, and of course, back player Chloe Bernard. Yeah, just looking at the replay there, I thought maybe there was an inkling that she was in the area, but no such thing. What on earth has happened there? I think from the shot straight to the line and Trafford score.
Oh, the Trafford goal.
I think there's a yellow card or a 2-minute suspension as well. As I said, there's far too much to be looking at here. Yeah, they bring the goalkeeper off, so there is a 2-minute suspension.
Yeah, we'll just stop the clock for a minute or so. Look at some of these. Ollie Tucker, the best looking coach in London. I think there might be a bit of a private joke going on.
I think Ollie is just on the sideline logging in different Facebook accounts, to be potentially honest. But yeah.
Another vote for Ollie as well. There he goes.
Oh, Steeples with no options, decided to go for herself. 10 metres out almost. Still managed to score it.
I'll tell you, the goals are coming thick and fast now in this game. I know I almost can't keep up. I'm just going to double score check. I've got it at 33-25. Let me just double check. Thank you, Leon. Saves me the walk. It is 35-25. No, 33-25.
Big score, really. Big score for Loughborough, I would say. That's what they haven't done enough, Trafford. All of a sudden, look at that. Sura just stepped. She rushed out to try and intercept that pass and put the pressure on. All of a sudden,
gone for the long throw.
Fair play. Round of applause there for goalkeepers.
Oh, that's one for the
Raphael Sheehan. Really good recovery. I mean, as I said, at the moment, Loughborough have a player down because they have a 2-minute suspension. So they're bringing the keeper off. We see it quite a lot. Bring the keeper off to allow them to attack with a full complement, but that allows them to leave a Trafford with an open goal potentially. Sheehan runs back on and makes the save. So Loughborough trying to charge it up now.
Okay. Yeah, a few people have commented. Just make sure you're
a bit stuck maybe at the left back. Dima tries to run through. Standard foul, no penalty. Dira, sorry, he's tried to run through. No foul given.
Right, the ball is in play.
No penalty given, sorry, my apologies.
Paul Quinn is commenting, just going to hope Sadie Quinn is okay. Paul, I have just spoken to Sadie. She is sat on the bench with Trafford. Please say she is absolutely fine. She's got a nice pack on her shoulder, but she is absolutely okay. So hope that puts your mind at rest a little bit.
Yeah, there's been a fair few injuries, really. Well, there's been 2 injuries, and there's more than we've often seen when we broadcast the game. As Loughborough now back up to their full complement. The 25 has come on to the left wing, so no Chloe Bernard. Oh, great screen there by Heidi Warren, but they couldn't get the ball to her. They tried to break at the other end. You're right, there's lots of goals. It's a bit scrappy, I'll be honest here, at the moment. Seaport trying to expose the centre of the course. She does so, but doesn't score, but does get the penalty.
Oh, another penalty. I love a penalty. Jack, I need to ask you for your Live Sport Now player of the match.
Yeah, well, for me, there's only one real player that I've said the name probably far too often in this broadcast. I'll wait to announce it until after the penalty is taken and missed by the number 25. That's Georgia Batty-Smith. But yeah, for my player of the match, it's got to be Chloe Bernard. Defence has been excellent. Attack, main source of goals for Loughborough. I don't think there's anybody who can really be that surprised. I mean, as I said, there's some honourable mentions out there. Bettina Pasta for having a smile on her face so quickly after coming off, and mainly for rotating her chair so she could still watch the match while being patched up. Heidi Warren, who got the player of the match in the last time we saw Loughborough. Again, in defence has been really good. Line play has been excellent. Here she is yet again, about to win another penalty. No, she scores a goal instead.
Even better. Even better. There you go. Your Live Sport Now player of the match, Chloe Bernard. Congratulations, Chloe. You win yourself a sticker. I'll probably see it in a bin on the way out.
Well worth the investment, isn't it, Ian?
Although, Jack, you are not a very popular man right now.
Am I not?
Was that a goal?
There's a shot. There was a goal for the number 24 of Trafford. Florence Steeples, I would say, is another. Oh, wow, as I say Florence Steeples' name, she absolutely rockets it into the top corner. As there we go, Loughborough get the final whistle.
That is the end of the game. There you go. Congratulations to Loughborough. They know they've won it as well. Boycott the commentary team. # justice for Betty.
Fine, give it to Betty.
Betty got robbed. Daylight. You are not a popular man, Mr. Jack Oliphant. I take it's not me, by the way.
Boycott the commentary team. Well, that gives my weekends back, doesn't it?
It does. I would just like to give my player of the match, everybody. My honorary player of the match is Betty.
Right, I'm off.
That is the end of the game. Congratulations, by the way, to Loughborough. They do get the job done. 34-26. I'll just double confirm that is the final score. But how do you think they're feeling right now, Jack?
Yeah, they'll be absolutely buzzing. I'm looking forward to hearing some of the interviews that I'm sure Ian will go and get. He's just actually got over to confirm the score, but yeah, I mean Trafford, I'd say unfortunate.
It's finished 35-26. Apologies. It's
35-26. Yeah, we'll go from a Trafford perspective very quickly before we speak about Loughborough. Unfortunately, didn't really adapt to their defence quick enough. Their attack was a little bit lacking in creativity. Maybe just there's a bit of a gap at the moment, which I'm hoping that they close up by next season. But from a Loughborough perspective, goals from all over the court, aggressive defence, really a very, very good performance, or a brilliant performance to take into the next stage of the competition, of course, because this is, remember, the Premier Handball League North. There is a Final Four to come.
There is the Final Four to come. Congratulations to Loughborough. They have topped the table, but as we were rightly so corrected, it's they're not the champions, but they are the champions of the table in the North, aren't they? So, Jack, come with me. Let's go for a little walk, shall we? And I'm going to hand you that because you're going to chat to Chloe, first of all, because you have named her player of the match. So let's go get her once she's done.
I thought I was overruled in that in the end.
Well, I chose. In fact, there is Betty as well. We'll have a word with her as well in a second too, just to make sure she's okay. But let's do our award first for... you don't really have to give her a sticker, don't worry.
Yeah, well, clearly very jubilant at the moment. So I love. Hopefully, we get some reaction from Ollie as well.
We will. Chloe, can we just Chloe? Jack just needs to have a quick word with you.
With the camera as well, I'm
How
sure.
are you?
Congratulations,
All right.
player of the match. A big cheer from your teammates behind you as well. I mean, obviously the atmosphere is jubilant. You've just become the champions of the North. That must be absolutely buzzing.
It is absolutely insane. I can't believe that we've gone from being third in the league, fourth in the league at points, and just brought it back in the last few games.
I was going to say, weren't you? We're still cheering for you. Well, from memory, I mean, what Ian's been saying is Saturday, you were down in third, and all of a sudden you win yesterday, you win today. Has that been a bit of a long weekend?
It has been a very tiring weekend, especially having to then travel up here today, 2.5 hour journey, but it's been worth it to win the North League.
I was going to say it was brilliant, and I'm pretty sure there was no competition with it. Top scorer for today as well. How do you G yourself up to go from yesterday at Hawks, very tough opponents, and again Trafford, no disrespect to them, very tough indeed. But I mean, you guys absolutely smashed it on all positions.
Yeah, Ollie set us a game plan, we knew what we had to do, and we came in and did it. So.
Well, it was fantastic. We will have a chat with Ollie, but congratulations on player of the match. I do believe Ian's got a sticker for you. Oh, he's been G'ing up his stickers. You can't give out alcohol. There we go. Ian. Should have told you.
Right, well, let's keep the camera on, and we will grab on any minute. I think he just wants to have a quick word with his team as well.
Well, maybe we'll try and chat to Yabilla.
Yes, let's go down and have a quick chat.
I play with Yabilla. I don't know if I mentioned that at all over the
Well, he was asking about you earlier.
Oh,
so let's. I'll let you go. You know him, Jack. So I'll let you take the honours. I know he'll be happy to talk to you.
I will try and chat to Yabilla as soon as he is available. He's checking over the score sheet at the time being. Make sure everything's correct, I'm sure. By all means, having their own little chat. Yabilla, I mean, that's a... well, first of all, nice to see you. Bit difficult, that one. Tough day at the office, wasn't it?
Definitely. I think I've been very demanding with what I'd expect from the girls, and it's like a lot to expect when you only have so much time to train. But there are certain principles we got, certain principles we didn't. But if I'm honest, with the amount of time that I've had with the girls, like since like November, from what they were at the start to what they are now, I can't really ask for any more, to be honest. I wish I just had a pre-season to start off with them and do even more, but we've got a good team, we've made a good start. Next season should be a load of magic from the girls because it's very promising, I think. Obviously Loughborough, well drilled, load of GB girls, but that doesn't mean we can't challenge, and I feel like we didn't do ourselves enough justice today, but definitely I feel like we've got another chance when the season comes around again.
I was going to say at the end there, I was sort of saying that there is a little bit of a gap at the moment, isn't there, between the two teams. I think that's fair enough, but hopefully next season, have you got a plan to try and close that up a little bit? Have you got a pre-season plan?
Yeah, most definitely. I think I like to have like a starter player. I know like every position have their expectations on what they need to do, and I just haven't had enough time to do that. And now that I know where I'm going to be, I know what to expect from the girls, I know where we are. It's only up from here, if I'm being quite frank. It sounds very cheesy, but it's just the honesty, if I'm being quite frank. It can only get better from here. We've got so many like young players that haven't had the opportunity to play with the first team, so it's even better now that we've got some under-19s coming through, like the likes of Loughborough. So it should be very promising, man. I'm quite excited. It's just a shame, such a shame, because we really did get very excited. The girls did try. It's just certain things we couldn't get to be, you know, perfect today, but there's only so much we can do, and we're definitely learning. That's the best part, I think. It's very exciting.
I was going to say, over the course of the season, though, you had a fair few wins under your belt and everything. It's not like, I mean, we haven't seen you on the live stream much at all.
No, that's the thing, yeah.
You've actually done really well as well. It's not all doom and gloom, put it that way.
No, definitely not. Because I came here today and I was like, look, they may be Loughborough, we've got more than a chance. But these things happen, man, and I can't ask any more from the girls. They really did put in all their heart today, and that's, if they try and they don't execute the final product, then that's a different story. But if they have the heart, then I can't really ask for any more, to be fair.
Well, they definitely looked like they looked like they had the heart for sure.
No, definitely.
Well done on the season, and we look forward to seeing how they improve over the season.
Just like to say thank you very much for doing this, man. It's pretty sick. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
It's all right. No, we try our best here at Live Sport now. But yeah, nice to see you, mate. Good luck for the next season. Right. Oh, am I doing all of the interviews today? Am I? Oh, okay, that's fine. First of all, how on earth are you? Because I mean, that was a. Oh, sorry. Am I? How on earth are you?
I'm all good, honestly. I got helped out by my team. Got made fun of, it's all good.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure you had more people flock towards you than were actually watching the game at one point. That's quite a nice team spirit, though.
Yeah, I mean, I bled all over the court, so it made sense.
You got to bleed for handball these days, haven't you?
Yeah.
Ollie, a big game, really, wasn't it? Well, a big weekend, actually, of course. I couldn't believe when I turned up and Ian said that you'd played yesterday as well. I mean, a squad rotation, squad depth, that's incredible.
It is, yeah, and you know, we've got a big squad, and you saw coming off the bench there wasn't a drop in quality at all. We miss our starting left back and we come on, and the next one up, Tabby, absolutely smashes it as well. But you know, this one's an absolute warrior. She lost a tooth at Bucks as well, so that's 3 weeks she's split her eyebrow and lost a tooth playing handball. So
I mean, you're very good. Are you sure it's a sport for you though?
Yes.
She's committed. We'll give her that. She's committed to the team. So yeah,
we're all. My blood. I gave my blood.
How
to this
did Bucks go before? Because we didn't cover any of that.
We won. So
you won. Oh well, there we go.
Yeah.
Loughborough winning at Bucks. What a shock! Big congratulations on that and a massive sort of weekend. Talk to me about a little bit like yesterday as well, because obviously Hawks not easy in the slightest. I've said before, no disrespect to Trafford, but Hawks, that's a big game to start with.
Yeah. No, we knew coming in this was like our final weekend where we had to win both games. If we lost either one of the two games, we would have come third, not qualified for Final Four. So it was a real motivation to try and win. But yeah, yesterday the girls came out, they just absolutely smashed it. We just looked in control from the start, and you know, it's the nicest feeling in the world as a coach where you're looking back and going, yeah, keep doing it. Like, I don't need to say anything, just keep doing the same.
So, if you think that's the nicest feeling in the world, honestly, have a look at the YouTube comments afterwards. You had quite a lot of love on that as well, I'm sure.
If it was from a Nicholas Radford, I know what he's on about. But it was just...
There were multiple people, I'm not going to lie. From a player's perspective, though, 2 games in one weekend, I mean, used to do it, but I mean, I know how hard it is, put it that way, and exactly. I mean, granted, you only played 15 minutes of the second one, but I'm kidding, that's a bit harsh.
Ouch, okay.
No, but I mean, from a player's perspective, how hard was it to G yourself up and think, going from yesterday thinking, oh, we've got a chance now? There's a lot of adrenaline, I'm guessing.
Yeah, definitely. I think what's really easy, I think what made it easy for us that we come together as a team, especially this year and everything, we have all that really good team cohesion together, so...
Well, fair play. I mean, last thing, in terms of next season, obviously, being a university-based team, there's often quite a lot of transition and stuff, sort of that I've experienced anyway when I was at Leeds Beckett. Yeah. But you guys are actually a community club now. You're hoping to retain a lot of the players as well.
So we're actually, we started this year, and I said it was a 2-year cycle, because from this year to next year, we're only actually losing 2 players, which is very rare for a handball team, for a university handball team. So this is like the start of a journey where, you know, if we're in the first year coming top of the league, it's a pretty good start, and then next year we just want to progress and go further. So hopefully the retention. I think after next year there's quite a big drop off, but we'll worry about that in the future. For now, this journey we're on is I'm excited as a coach. It's great.
I was going to say, and as a player, you're excited to have new people coming in, because of course you've got freshers potentially coming in and joining the club as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
She's fresher this year. She's new this year.
No, I'm older than him, so it's all good.
Just trying to top you in it.
I'm the mum of the team, so it's all good. I think we're very excited, and I think we have very high expectations now, I would say, and we'll see how we go after Montenegro as well, because we got invited to the European University Championships.
Oh, wow,
Loughborough.
We had no idea about that. There's a bit of a breaking news. We'll probably talk about that in the Handball Hits. Should give us more information on that afterwards.
Marketing.
Exactly. No, massive congratulations on the Bucks, but obviously on the league as well. And we'll be seeing you in the Final Four.
Absolutely, we're excited. Can't wait.
Hopefully, I'll be okay.
You'll be fine by then. You'll have another tooth to lose. Fantastic. Thank you very much, guys. Right, I'm going to pass back over to Ian, so go ahead Ian, finish us off.
Appreciate it. Yes, it has finished here. Loughborough 35, Trafford 26, and Loughborough top the table in the Women's Premier Handball League North. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for getting involved with everybody. It makes a big difference. Jack's coming back now to see us, as you can see. Right, don't forget, coming up next week, next Sunday, that's the 26th of March, we have handball hits for this month. We've got highlights from the games that we've been involved with this month, news reports. We'll have a look at the final tables as well across both the men's and women's Premier Handball League. Right, they're setting up for badminton, so we better get out of here pretty quick. I think,
universal cue to get out of my hall.
That is our universal cue. Thank you everybody for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for getting involved. Please do head over to the England Handball Association if you want to find out more about the men's and women's Premier Handball League, or if you want to watch even more live sport in 2023. Live Sport Now is the place to do it. There's a link in the body of this broadcast. I've been Ian Waterhouse.